it. Even though there's not that many people that I'd like to see, there's tons of people. It's happening everywhere, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. This movement can come together, and these people can have their awakened minds, and we can actually change something instead of being afraid to change it. Because these fucking watchdogs are over our back every step of the way. I'm not shitting on the police, but they're a good source. They're a good service. They should be serving us. A service, a public service. Serve us, protect and serve. This is not about destroying people and keeping us down. And like I said, they're just people. They're just people. There's no reason to hate cops. I love them, but they need to do their job. They need to protect and serve for the people.
Yeah.
Amen. I have a message for the cops out there. How many of you are going to stand up to protect our rights and be brave enough to not follow orders and stand up for what the Constitution says? Is any of you guys going to be brave enough to do that?
There are about 15 to 20 police officers standing in the
How
background.
many of you guys are going to stand up for America? You guys are the ones that have the power here.
No arrests
You
yet.
have a lot of power, but you have power too.
No warnings given yet, but the Anons don't want to leave the steps or the sidewalk of the White House. They refuse to leave, risking arrest. No warnings have been given yet, though.
No. This is not your opportunity to speak. This is not your chance to speak. This is your duty. Amen. Second, as the gentleman here said with the mask, it is also your duty to act. I just want to make a statement regarding the permit issue. If you actually need the government, which is supposed to be elected by the people, which is a joke, if you need them to give you the right to protest, to speak, then every one of you needs to take off your mask and go back home. Amen. If you feel that you have that right as a human being, as an individual, then you need to stand here. Leslie said it best. They have to give you 3 warnings. They have not given anyone an actual warning. Why is everyone so afraid? Stand up. Everyone that's free. Stand.
Freedom.
Freedom.
So you know, as long as the signs are moving, it actually works.
What was that?
As long as the people with signs are moving.
Camera on a stick is addictive, isn't it?
Because the numbers are not
It's so easy.
It's like,
I used to walk around like this, like after like 2 hours I handed it over.
I'm not giving it back to you now.
No, hold on. I saw some people answering some questions. I had to go check the chat. So hold on. No, I'm just gonna pull back for a sec. All right. So real quick, I just went and I checked the chat. So people are like, "Oh, I expected more people." Well, here's the deal. This is the front of the White House. There's a couple hundred people here. But if you go across the lawn, across from the White House over there, there's another 500 to 1,000 people. Apparently, there's a group of people that got permit, and they're over there. They have a stage and a sound system. These are the people without the permits who are stacking up, who basically don't give a fuck if the cops are going to be here. Hang on, I got to move back to a place where I got tone. Sorry about that, everybody. The stream dropped out. There's a couple of dead spots right in the middle of the street here. So anyway, this out in front of the White House. Hundreds of people here having to speak out who are waiting to get arrested by the Capitol Police. Across the street, another 500 to 1,000 having a permitted event that has a stage and a sound system. So if you're wondering where are all the people, they're kind of everywhere. And there's still another event that's going on right now at the Washington Monument as well, and there's people there. I think later on tonight everybody's going to come back together into one large movement. I'm just following whichever group catches my fancy. I will try to check the chat every 20 to 30 minutes and try to answer some questions, but in the interim, this is what's going on. There's people here, so please enjoy, watch, spread the word, let people know. It's only social media if people in society actually get involved. So hook a brother up.
What are you going to say when they tell you don't have anything anymore? What is the point then? What was all that wasted time? We need to stand up together. We need to tell everybody. Anybody sitting at home right now, you got to get up. You got to stand up. Otherwise, it's not going to matter. They're going to take it from you anyway. So you can either go down fighting, standing up and standing for your rights, or you can go down like a sheep. Yeah. Woo! I've grown up watching this world become safe, and I gotta say, the safe that they've established upon us, it's kind of fucked up, don't you think? Oh yeah. I mean, what the hell is this that I can go into a school and do this without getting suspended? Well, what the hell is that? I can do anything, or else people are gonna get me in trouble for what? For what? Nothing. What the hell? Trying to get rid of your liberties, man. Exactly. People are taking away freedom, so we don't even realize they're getting taken away. They're punishing our younger generation for doing things that they're punishing the younger generation for doing things that 10 years ago, people wouldn't be strict and fucking all that. Why? No, not right now. Why not?
Worst comes to worst, I can take a break for half an hour. Stream's going up and down.
Got
Live streaming.
Oh, I've got LTE.
You've got LTE? I got like 300 kilobytes. It's barely pushing.
I'll turn on my hotspot if you need it.
I've got a hotspot in my bag. It's just here, especially right by the White House.
There's jammers and stuff.
Yeah. I've been up here a couple times. The closer you get to it, the quicker it suppresses all the bandwidth.
It's for families.
Take some pictures. Slow connection, I gotta move again. Hold on. Trying to find some tone again, people. Sorry about that. Protesters and SWAT officers walking side by side.
For the dollar, they want to be made every day because friends are being glad-handed.
Okay, there's a lot more SWAT here. Okay, that's worthy of notice.
Bullshit! We are more! They are few! Do the math! Do the math! If you don't like something, don't buy it! Guess what happens? They go bankrupt! We don't like something, say something! Enough people say something, change happens! Wake up! The alarm clock is ringing!
you notice those SWAT are starting to leak in?
Yeah,
Green jumpsuit motherfuckers?
Yeah, they've been coming in.
I've seen like 6 of them now.
Yeah.
Is a tyranny. People have the power.
I've only gotten SWAT once in Atlanta. Sorry, I'm broadcasting.
We have the power. We are the people.
I love watching people shoot video. It's like, oh, that'll be out in 8 hours. Yeah. Poor bastards. Hi, technology. Have we met? Let's see, shoulder mount XLR, it's about, what, 12 grams? My rig's about 600 bucks? What the hell is over
The
mine?
microwave is another 5,000.
Yeah, I've seen that. I used to do New Year's Eve, and I used to work on that, and you'd see the guys in the trucks, with the fucking tower up at the microwave, and they're spending 40, 50 grand trying to get the phone. I'm sitting there with my cell phone going, dink. And just look at you. You go, what, man? I'm just smart. It's a beautiful thing, dude.
That phone is going so slow right now.
Yeah, it's data is fucking not good by the White House. That just dropped down to 80 kilobytes again. If I go that way, I'm okay. This way, not so much.
Yeah, maybe I'm watching. See? Camera. There's 8 cameras right around us.
Oh Jesus! Hold on. Let's go show everybody at home. I just always assumed there were cameras.
Let me give you a tour of Washington, D.C.
Please do.
Over here we have a light pole that has a direct link to cameras. Yeah, and in case those don't get you, those will. Too bad you can't zoom in.
No, I can't.
And then there's 2 over there and 2 over there.
Wow, that's a lot of cameras.
That's 8 cameras just to cover this little square here. I'm sure. Oh, and there's even more right over there.
Oh, Jesus. And then they have those elevating metal concrete filled pylons on both sides of the street, right?
Yeah.
And those drop up and down.
Yeah.
Like when a motorcade comes through, they drop them, and people drive through, and they go back up.
This is about the most secure area in the city. This area is covered by more camera and police. I mean,
So what you're saying is this is a real white area?
This is really white.
Yeah, okay.
Real white.
White people feel protected by cameras.
I think so.
Yeah. Minorities run from cameras.
Little do they know.
Yeah.
Let me get this picture of these flags.
I'm going to go back in until the stream drops again, and then I'll pull back out. Sorry about this, everyone at home.
Blocking the road because we asked for help carrying a tank up the street and 7 forestry choked out, took us to jail. You don't have rights when you're held under that. You don't get to see a lawyer. You don't get to phone a fucking friend. They keep you there. They give you an ultimatum. We keep you as long as we want or get the hell out of our state for however long we say. I've experienced that. Stand united, brothers and sisters. I love you. All right, who's next?
So, we got SWAT, we got PD. Well, we got a lot of SWAT. I'm guessing this would be the pig pen. Oh, look, tourists. I bet y'all weren't planning on this one. Poor tourist. Let's go to Washington, D.C. and go see the White House. Who are all these crazy anarchists? What's an anarchist? What's going on?
Atlanta.
Yeah, you came up. Where's your friend?
Rick took her to make it, but I brought more friends. So.
Oh, what's up, man? I'm James.
Aaron.
Nice to meet you. So y'all came up for the party, see?
Yeah, we drove through the night, man. I'm tired.
Yeah, I've done that drive before. It ain't no fun, man.
Yeah.
What'd you, 13 hours?
We made it in 9.
You made it in 9. They drove up from Atlanta in 9 hours. Damn. Even I don't drive like that. I drive like an asshole.
You drove pretty fast.
No, I drive like a complete asshole. Yeah, I'm bummed, man. All my peeps stayed in Atlanta.
Ah, shit.
Like, I mean, it's good because that means there's going to be. But they were going to Centennial Olympic, which isn't a park they usually occupy, so to speak. And I think that's different than like Woodruff Park, like because I think it's some kind of a federal park.
Yeah.
So it falls under a different purview. So I'm dying to wait and see if they end up with like Homeland Security or some shit like that. Oh yeah, Homeland Security's fun. Those are the ones. Have you ever seen the big black Chevy Suburbans in Atlanta around the protest? That's DHS. Yeah, we got real intimate with them during Occupy.
No shit.
Yeah, they don't fuck around. And it's funny because they'll come in and boss the cops around, and you see the cops getting all pissed. It's like, oh, what's wrong? You don't have power? Oh, now you're sad because you don't get to tell people what to do. I'm so sorry. Wah. Dude, every time I get close to the White House, the feed drops out.
Really?
Yeah, it's like Wi-Fi suppression.
Damn.
Fucking crazy. And I don't know if you saw that. You saw the SWAT guys gathering? That's SWAT. They don't fuck around.
They came around with a van earlier.
Oh, great. There's a whole van of them.
They drove through with one of those big boom speakers on the top.
As long as they don't bust out the LRAD, we'll be okay.
What's the LRAP?
LRAD's like looks like a giant speaker box. They have it on top or on the back of a truck, and they press the button, and it sends out radio waves in a specific frequency, and everybody just drops like a stone. It makes all your cells vibrate. You turn into jelly, and you can't control yourself, and everybody just drops in like a group seizure. I've only seen LRAD once. Like they'll usually gas you before they LRAD, but the LRAD you can't see it. You know, the gas, you get all the smoke, and then they put it on the news. And like, look, they're using chemical weapons against protesters. Bust out the LRAD, you see like 1,000 people marching down the road. All of a sudden, everybody goes, Plunk. You don't see anything. You're like, what the hell happened? Like a fire drill or something? No, that's LRAD. All right, I'm gonna try to roll back through there one more time, but the second I get onto that sidewalk, it just dies.
Good to see you, man.
I'll be here all day, man. I'll see y'all. Nice. People from Atlanta. Yeah, if you've never watched my stream before, I currently live in Atlanta. So this was kind of a long haul to get here today.
I just want to say one last thing. I'm going to pass the mic because I'm kind of breaking my own rule that I set, which is that a lot of people don't know this about Zuccotti Park in New York City, Manhattan. There was once a revolution that began in that park. In 1776, there was a group of people, very uncivil and boisterous, and people that didn't look like they were behaving themselves. But those people went and they hung an effigy of King George III outside of the coffee house. The coffee house was sitting on the same land that Zuccotti Park now occupies. We renamed it Liberty Square. Actually, we re-renamed it Liberty Square. But that was the beginning of the first American Revolution. I think that in 2011, those of us standing here were part of something that will be seen in our future as the beginning of the second American Revolution. I'm here with you today.
What we need to think about people out of this country. Wait.
It's everybody's birthday today. Except for everybody's birthday.
Happy old birthday to every motherfucker that's here right now.
That's not your birthday.
And happy birthday to
Tourists are walking by with their cameras. They're like, what the fuck is this? We didn't sign up for this. It's like a tour group. They're like, why are there 8 SWAT guys in the street?
Asking her stuff. He's like, it's British, right? I said, yeah. 17th century.
Make a lovely couple.
We do.
Oh.
Undercover cop and innocent. Does he beat you?
Beat would be a strong word. My boo. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here with me. Well, today is November 5th. It's Guy Fawkes Day. Guy Fawkes was a guy back in the 17th century in England who tried to blow up the Parliament building.
Okay. So, and you're commemorating it how?
Well, I think everybody wanted to come and talk to Obama and say
What's the
hi.
message?
I think it's the overlying message of the corruption and plutocracy in the American government, where the wealthy and the elite now write laws and dictate policy, and elected representatives are no longer representatives of people, but rather of corporations. Well, if enough people like take out into streets and voice dissent, crazy old rich white people lose their minds. Like about a year and a half ago when Occupy got really crazy and there were like thousands of people in parks all across the country, there were mayors and senators sitting on conference calls like across the country talking to each other going, what the fuck do we do? Like, this is bad. Like when the news starts covering it, what do they call it now? Sequester? The reason they call it sequester is because austerity brings like images to mind of like middle-class white people throwing bricks through windows, though. And they don't want Americans to get the idea that that shit's cool, because they do it in like Spain and France and Germany. And they're like, oh, we can't have that. We'll call it sequester. It sounds nice and peaceful. And people are just finally pissed and have lost their minds. And this is happening in like 800 cities today. Like we were watching last night, it started ticking in from Melbourne and Sydney and then Thailand, and it's a beautiful thing. But apparently the police are telling them they're going to come and arrest everybody on this sidewalk. Because you're not allowed to be on this sidewalk.
To protest?
Right.
Do you have to don't they have to give you
They do, but you know, if I had $1 for every time the police were supposed to do something and then just said screw it and started clubbing people.
They do what the hell they want.
Yeah.
I went through the 60s and I did a lot of this.
You give somebody $62,000 a year and some benefits and a gun and they go buck wild.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this is awesome. I can beat the crap out of people.
I mean, they're brainwashed.
You know what? Actually, my old man was a cop, and he went to Vietnam. He came back. He was a cop, and it's back when cops were like old, fat Irish Italian dudes who hung out and they smack you around and send you on your way. And now all the cops, now when you come back from, if you're in the military, when you come back, you can join a police force and you start at the pay grade at the year you're at. So, say you do 5 years in Afghanistan. You come back and you start in year 6. Only all the guys coming back over now, all these cops, they're like 260 pounds, they're all jacked up on steroids, they got PTSD, they're whacked out of their head, and they have military training. And so now they come and they do like all these military movements that police didn't used to do. So it's a whole different kettle of fish now. Like I remember when, you'd get arrested and you'd spend 6 hours in a tank and they'd let you go. That shit don't happen anymore.
The way they speak to you as a citizen is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I argue with them all the time when they stop me for whatever, right?
I get it.
I'm like, would you change your mind the way you're talking to me? I pay your salary, and I'm a citizen.
Cops hate when you say that for some
Why
reason.
are you talking to me this way?
You say, you work for me, I pay your salary? Oh, they get so pissed. Dude, even my old man was a cop, and even he's like, dude, cops are kind of out of control. I'm like, you're a cop. He's like, no, I ain't a cop like that.
Oh, my dad hated cops. He was a cop.
Yeah. That should tell you something when cops hate cops.
Right.
Yeah.
He's seen too many things.
Look at all these tours. Look at this. They're all like, what the shit is going on? Well, you know what's funny? They're in Washington, D.C., but they've never actually seen democracy before. So they're all a little surprised. They're kind of scared of the democracy. But I'm looking.
But you know what? Everyone's stopping. Everyone's waking up. They may not be getting off the couches yet.
They're starting to. I came up from Atlanta.
I came from Rhode Island.
That and I'm broadcasting live, so. Yeah. I got like thousands of people watching, actually.
I came from Rhode Island.
Nice.
brought my granddaughters because
Everybody has no
I want them to
Start them early.
That's
That's a beautiful thing. I haven't been here since, I was up here for Occupy Congress about 1.5 years ago. And we rolled around with like 5,000 people and shut the city down for like 2 days. And they were flipped.
right. I would have liked to see
Well, yeah, but I hate permitted protest. It really chaps my ass.
Because that's not going to solve our problems.
Permitted protest. I'm going to pay so I can speak for 20 minutes.
It's all right.
Divide the country.
Crazy.
Thank you for talking to me about it.
No, enjoy, please. Walk around, enjoy the democracy.
It's about reaching a solution. And that's what we're here to do. One thing I've been saying to people, it's important to keep in mind that we are maybe 1,000 people. When you go home, you go back to your regular life. Most people are at home working right now. Sorry, at work working right now. When they get home,
I'll try to go back in again. I get in, it runs for about 30, oh, it's okay. I run for like 30 seconds and then all the bandwidth just drops.
media is obviously controlled and paid for by the same individuals who put Obama in place. So there's no need to be angry. It's just about spreading awareness and promoting thought. That's really the most important thing, because at the end of the day, we still do vote, and the day that the voting system breaks, guarantee you everyone will get pretty pissed. Worse than now.
Livestreaming is changing the narrative.
The internet is changing the narrative. And thanks to the internet, they got somebody to pass, and if there's one person to pass, ban that shit and not let that pass. Because they want to silence the internet, because they know that the internet is our free platform, uncontrolled, unbiased, and unpaid for. So far. That's what we gotta fight out.
That's your last year, somebody watching for you.
Puddle! Yes, sir! Puddle!
That is something I wanted to say, because one thing I've noticed that really just divides our country is the whole party politics. It really doesn't matter. It just matters reaching a solution and finding out what's best for all of us. And we all stand for the same thing, and that's a forward movement of progress where we all live in a world where we don't hate each other, and we feel good about being here.
I love everyone.
Right.
Sergio, thank you.
Thank you.
You're right. Party politics do divide the country. It's like George Washington said. Political parties will be the death of democracy.
Political parties will be the death of democracy.
But we didn't listen, did we? No. And now look where we are 200 or so years later. Exactly what he said would happen is happening. We are now trapped under a government that doesn't care. They look at us as just another person. We have no value. Values have no value. The only thing that has value to these people is money. But you know what? You can't take money to the grave. Holy shit! Put down the fucking microphone and talk! Follow mic check. Mic check. All right. Just add on to what my man Sergio said.
out what he said. I came here to not look like a jackass.
To not look like a jackass.
But to present a message.
But to present a message.
And when one person messes up, everyone looks bad.
Everyone looks bad.
So please do your best.
Do your best.
To not do any stupid shit.
Do not do any stupid shit.
That's good advice.
It's harder to be taken serious when you're pissing on the White House lawn.
Mike check! Mike check! Mike, the other night I had a chance to have a discussion with a really nice detective who took a bullet in the line of duty and said he would do it again for people who didn't give a shit about him. Sorry, man. I feel like yeah! Woo! Okay, we have a lot of people here from a lot of different causes. We've got dozens of different issues we explore. We've got thousands of activist groups on this planet who are all ultimately fighting for the same thing. Doesn't matter if you're an anarchist or anonymous or an occupier. Doesn't matter if you're fighting for animal rights or ecological protection or against the war or for freedom of information. It doesn't matter. We are all ultimately fighting for freedom. It is the federal government and the banks and the corporations. Those three things are the root cause of every single problem on this planet. Doesn't matter if you're a communist or a capitalist. Doesn't matter if you're an anarchist or a libertarian. Doesn't matter if you fight for human rights or animal rights. We all have the same enemy. And if we are united, we are unstoppable. That is what they fear. Divided by zero. We are